Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. My name is Andrea, your online business coach. So it is now 2026, which I think is crazy. Time goes by way too fast. I did a video just a month ago saying it's almost Christmas. I can't believe that time is going by so fast. And now it's a completely new year. Now, you're probably thinking about starting or you want to start working from home, but you don't know where to start and you don't necessarily want to just pick up and leave your full-time job either. So, let me give you some tips and tricks of things that I did when I first started working from home, but how I kind of managed a full time job and also building my business online from home. So I've been a dental professional now for 20 years and that was my full-time job was seeing patients 8 to 6 at the dental office, but I was slowly working towards having my own business online. Basically, when I started as a dental professional, I was always tutoring online, but I could only devote so much time because when you're seeing patients 8 to 6, I mean, I'm not going to get up at 4 a.m. to prep for my tutoring business before I leave for work. And I'm also not going to come home, eat dinner, and then just work every single evening. Sometimes you have to do that when you're starting something, but I did things a little bit differently that made it easier for myself. It might have taken longer to get there, but it worked for me. So you have to decide what works for you. Maybe you don't mind waking up at 4 a.m. to kind of kickstart your business, go over your Canva templates, design a logo, build your course, or maybe you prefer to do it in the evenings. But what I did was I would work every day, but then I would really focus on my online business on the weekends. That's when I would wake up around the same time, 7 a.m., get ready to go to work, but I'd be working from home at my desk. So I'd be working for 8 hours at my own business. Initially, I was building a website. I was building a tutoring course. I was building different tutoring classes. I was building an email newsletter. I was figuring out how to accept payment online when people signed up for my course. So I broke it down into actionable steps of the end result, what I wanted, wanting to teach online and then how what I needed to do to get there. So how do you teach online? Am I just going to do a webcam like this where I'm teaching people? Okay, fine. Well, guess what? I need a webcam. I need a service that allows me to record my classes to maybe send them to students afterwards. Or maybe you only want things live. So that's a little bit less expensive because there's a lot of free trials where you can do Google Meet or Zoom as long as you're not saving things. But I also wanted to create online classes. So I didn't have to do so many live teachings. It was where students would sign up for my courses and go through the modules and the pre recorded videos and the mock exams. They could do that on their own time. But how does that work? So I had to research and figure out. And how did I figure out how to design my own courses? How did I figure out what platform to use? How did I figure out how to even upload a video, how to save a video, how to upload study guides, study sheets, how to make study guides in Canva? What I did was I typed it into YouTube, and other business owners would tell me how to do it. But the process can be very overwhelming if you have a full time job. So, what worked for me was I would simply write things down. Pen and paper, the old fashioned way, I would write things down of step by step what I had to do to get to where I am. And I would do it on Saturdays or Sundays, or maybe sometimes I was so exhausted from working full time all week. I just wanted to take a break all weekend long and I didn't even look at the business. That's okay. But remember, the more you can work on it, the sooner you're going to be able to get it done. And the sooner you'll get it done to get started working from home. So, fast forward was slowly and eventually, I made my own website. I made my own email newsletter. I made my own courses and study sheets. And then students were clicking buy now to pay for or to buy my courses. I would upload videos for social media. They would hear about me from other students. Back then, when I started 20 years ago, YouTube, I don't think was a thing yet. No. So what I would do was I would think outside the box and I would think of things like, okay, I need to email every single dental hygiene and dental assisting school, program, university, and say, I tutor students. Please let your students know if they need help to pass your classes, I can help them. So that's what I did. Now that social media is readily available, it is so much easier to promote and sell your products and courses. Oh my gosh, it is very, very easy. So there's this gold mine that you're sitting on that you're not utilizing. But the best thing to do is write it down step by step of what you want to do. So that way it doesn't seem so overwhelming. You can still work full time, but then maybe take a week off more often than the average person. The average person takes 2 weeks off maybe once a year, maybe every 2 years because they feel bad about taking time off. Don't be that person. If you can afford it, take a week off every 3 months, every 2 months, and really focus on your business. The more you can work on it, the sooner you get started and the sooner you can work from home and not work full time anymore. And that truly did happen where I'd be working full time at the dental office. But once I devoted the time in my tutoring business, I made the time to tutor students, to make courses, more students would sign up. So I'd be making more money and I'd be getting re inspired to work even harder to do it more. But when I didn't have time during the week to promote my business, to advertise, I wasn't making money. So my full time job looked even more appealing. And I kind of felt, okay, is like we're working from home really for me? Like nobody wants to buy my courses. But once I put in the time to really promote, to advertise, to work hard, people would buy. And what you have to remember is people want what you're selling. Whether you're teaching a course or you're offering a template, a how to ebook, a planner, a digital planner, any digital product, people want what you're selling. You just have to reach out to the right people. So it's 2026 now. Plan your time to work on your business. Plan the time to research what you need to do to work on your business and message me. Let me know if you're stuck. Let me know if you need help. And binge watch my videos if you want to be constantly re inspired of things to do and how to do it. I had to start somewhere too. I had to hire a business coach, a business mentor to really kind of guide me and show me the way. But that helped me. Sometimes you have to spend the money to make the money. But I'm free. Reach out to me. Let me know if you need any help. And then if you feel like you need even more step by steps, like actionable steps, I do have courses too that you can sign up for to really hone in of what you need to do to work from home sooner rather than later. So happy New Year's, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.